Okay, right now we're testing a smaller version, which about, I think it's like 1/3 the size. The last video we already tested this one, as you can see, and then this one is a version 2 prototype, which is a smaller. I think it's a 1/3 the size right now, and this one is like half size of the wash machine. Okay, right now it's running around 50 RPM, 44 volt DC, and on the AC side is 24 volt, each phase. Okay, so let's just test the amperage is about 7.8 amp on the AC. Okay, and let's get back to the voltage. And then right now it's consuming 24 watts, and the amp is using 0.36 amp and about 120 volt. 120 volt right now, 0.36 amp. You can see. Right. So this is quick for data. Now let's add, as you can see, the RPM. We're gonna crank it up to about 600. As you can see, it's spinning. The AC side is 263 volt. And let me and the DC is 360 volt right now, as you can see the meter. Right, 360 volt. You can see it's setting at DC, and this one's setting at AC. And take a look at the amperage. About 23.7 amp. Right, and let's take the frequency. 240 hertz. Okay, and it's consuming right now the input is 3.25 amp, and let's check the voltage, 117 volt, and the wattage. So right now it consumes 255 watts. Why it can produce in 270 volt and about 24 amp. So it's a much larger than the input. If you take voltage time by amp, it's a lot more. On the DC side, it's 360, but we can't test the amperage because this thing is only 5 amp. Okay, let's do the next test, which is increase double the speed. Okay, you can see it's increasing in. It's about 460 amp. 60 volt on AC, and the DC is 625 volt. Right now it's consuming 511 watts. Alright, and the amperage you can see 6.36 amp. That's what it's consuming, but yet it produced a lot more on the output. Let's check the amperage. You can see 36 amp. 460 volt each phase now. So you're probably looking at about 17,000 watts. Okay. Alright, this is just for testing data. Okay, because we're working on another version 3rd, which is half of this size, and that's probably going to be the final production model. Thank you.